Good morning, all of you. Our today's topic is classification of hybrid electronic control unit. So, what is this hybrid electronic control unit? So, this hybrid electronic control unit is also known as energy management strategy. As we know that for a hybrid electric vehicle, there are two energy sources required. Those are the first one is from battery and the other one is IC engine. So in these two, how much power each has to deliver, how much energy from each propulsion unit has to be taken. So all these will be decided by the energy management strategies. So these energy management strategies are classified into basically into two types. Those are rule based and the second one is optimization based. And this rule based is again classified into fuzzy rule based and the deterministic rule based. This fuzzy rule based is also classified into predictive, adaptive, and conventional rule based systems. Under the deterministic rule based system, there are again four. Those are state machine, second one is modified power follower, third one is power follower, fourth one is thermostat control. And this optimization based is again classified into global optimization and real time optimization. Global optimization is classified as linear programming, dynamic programming, stochastic dynamic programming game theory, and fourth one is genetic algorithm control theory. And under the real-time optimization control strategy, there are EFC minimization, robust control, model predictive, decoupling control. Coming to the first one, rule based, there are fuzzy rule based as well as the deterministic rule based. Under this deterministic rule based, there is power follower and state machine. Under for the power follower control, you can see this is the flow chart which will explain about the follower. So in this power follower, the first step is we need to define the operating range. So that means how much distance this has to operate. So that will be determined in the first step. And in the second step, for each operating point, calculate the constituent factors. That means suppose there is a range, you have first to determine the range as 8 to 20. So that means you will be having 12 constituent factors will be there. So there are 12 operating points are there. So for each operating point you need to find out the constituent factors. So for to find out the constituent factors you need to follow the below step. So in this there are again sub steps as engine energy first you need to find out, and in the second step you need to find out the effective motor energy. So effective motor energy is nothing but the fuel consumed and this state of charge. So from this graph you will be finding out the effective motor energy. So these two engine energy as well as the motor energy. So as we know that there are two propulsion units, one is engine and the other one is motor. So these two energies are first find out, and that at last you need to calculate the sum energy, that means engine energy plus motor energy. So suppose this is the engine energy curve and this is the motor energy curve, then you can find out as total energy it will be obtained like this. This is the combination of both the engine as well as motor. After finding out the total energy, you need to find out the emissions emitted. So what are the total emissions coming out? So that you need to find out. This is the this is for each operating point you need to find out like this. So for that corresponding operating point only you need to normalize the curves. What is the meaning of normalization? Normalization means you need to put in a range of 0 to 1. For each value, you need to reduce the values to 0 to 1 range. That is nothing but the normalization range. So that means here, as we have already assumed 12 operating points, suppose are there, there will be 12 curves obtained. Here they have assumed that 5 curves, they have 5 operating points they have assumed. So 5 curves are there. So for 5 curves they have normalized this value. After that the weighting. So user weighting means they will be adding a gain. The value which obtained in the third step they will be multiplying with a gain value. So that gain value, if you multiply, then you will be getting the user weighting factor will be obtained. After obtaining the user weighting factor, you need to find out the target performance weighting. So this target performance weighting is usually is introduced in the starting itself. But by the gain, that is nothing but the gain, with that gain you will be multiplying the user weighting. So if you multiply, then you will be the curve usually is of in this direction. Then will be shifted in the upward direction. So that means if you multiply with a gain, then what happens? The normally the curve will be shifted upwards only. So here there will be again five weightings will be there. So at last what you need to do is impact function you need to find out. That means these five curves or five weightings will be reduced into one curve. That means you will be summating all the operating points curves. So that is nothing but the impact function. So this is drawn against the torque range and the impact function. Okay, this is the power follower control. Next one is state machine based. So in the state machine based, it will be depending on the state of operation. So different state of operations are given like this. So this is the what is the status of the IC engine, what is the clutch here, status of the clutch, and what is the electric motor status and the description. In the first initial state, off state. Suppose the vehicle is in off state. That means the IC engine is also off, the clutch is disengaged, and the electric motor is also disengaged, and the vehicle is in the off state. Second state is EM drive state. So EM drive means electric motor drive. So in that case, there is no use of the IC engine. So the IC engine is in off state. So as the IC engine is off, clutch is also in the disengaged state. But the electric motor drive state, right? So electric motor will be in the motoring state. And the description is electric motor propels the vehicle. Next one is regeneration low velocity. Regeneration means the power will be flowing in the reverse direction to recharge the batteries. So in that case also IC engine is in off state only. The clutch will be disengaged. But the electric motor will be should act as a generator because the power has to flow in the opposite direction. The motor has to work as a generator now. Then the description of this state is nothing but regenerative braking with the ICE disconnected. Next, regeneration with high velocity. As with high velocity it is moving, even though the IC engine is off, the clutch will be in engaged only because with high velocity you need to change the clutch. So you need to engage here. And the electric motor will be in the generating position as it is regenerative braking. So regenerative braking, here the description is regenerative braking with ICE connected. So next one is ICE drive. So in this ICE drive state, the IC engine is in on state, the clutch is also engaged, but here the electric motor will be in off state. That means the IC engine is propelling the vehicle. Next, in the boost state. In the boost state, the IC engine is on state and the clutch here is in engaged mode and electric motor is in motoring state and the description is IC engine and electric motor propel the vehicle. And under the charging state, the IC engine is in on state, the clutch is engaged, electric motor is in generating state. So that means the battery gets charged here. Even though, but the vehicle will be in propelling mode only. IC engine propels the vehicle and charges the batteries as well. Next, ICE stop. That means this ICE engine is off, the clutch is disengaged, and the electric motor is motoring position. That means the motor propelling the vehicle and the ICE is disconnected. Next, ICE start. So as ICE start, the IC engine is in the on state, clutch is in engaged mode, and the electric motor is in motoring state. Here the motor is propelling the vehicle and starting the IC engine. Next one is the bleed mode. That means here the IC engine is in the on state, the clutch is engaged, and the electric motor is in motoring position. IC engine propels the vehicle and motor is discharging the battery. The bleed mode means you need to you need to release the brakes so that the air which is there in the brakes will be released in this mode. That is the bleed mode. So this is about the state machine based control strategy. Okay, thank you.